Hey everybody. Hope all of you are doing well. I am jealous of probably whatever you're doing because it's Saturday night at 10:30 and people are doing all sorts of cool Halloween stuff and I am home. So there's nothing too dreadful or spooky this week. So again, we're taking a break from essays in another standalone week. Next week we will start writing another essay and it will go a bit quicker. I still think it'll be an interesting week, just hopefully not as stressful in terms of essay writing. This is like a little introduction video. There's a longer video that will be really helpful in the module, right? Lower in the module. So, with that said, there's a bunch of little stuff this week, and the order that you do that in does matter. So now would be a good time to take notes, right? Or look at the announcement that I did that deals with, as we say, the order of operations. So here's the order. Step one, right? You're watching this little intro. After that, read the literary elements, the anchor points handout. Literary elements are like individual elements that, when put together, work to create a story or piece of literature. So know that the stories that you are going to be reading and doing your assignments on this week will contain all of those elements, right? So um, keep that literary elements handout handy, right? And there's 9 of them. Step 2, after you read that, read The Red Convertible. It's a short story and it will be linked in one of the page of this week's module, right? And then step 3, fill out a blank literary element sheet, right? Those are also going to be in the module. Really just, you'll see the definitions in the blank one. It'll say something like characters. Go through that story, The Red Convertible, kind of list the characters and maybe follow along with a question or two that gets brought up in the literary elements handout. Just work to do a good job. You don't have to get all fancy or perfect with it because in the other recorded video, we're going to go over those things together. So this is just kind of to get your beak wet a little bit. In those sheets, you will see things like characters, right? Since you will have read the literary elements definitions, right? And again, those have some questions attached to them. You have a decent idea what characters are in terms of literary elements. So in this case, you would write down the names of the characters in the blank literary element sheet, right? So in the case of The Red Convertible, you would write Henry, you would write Lyman, you might write the mother, you might write Bonita. You might note their relationship, right? Their brothers or other things about them that are sort of defined or brought up in the literary elements handout, the definitions one. So work to give a description of all 9 listed literary elements in relationship to The Red Convertible. And again, you don't have to be perfect because in the recorded video, the other one will go over each element as it relates to the story step by step. And after you're done doing that on your own, right, please go watch the recorded video. That's where we go through it together. The next step, after watching the recorded video and filling in the blanks for The Red Convertible with all your newfound knowledge about literary elements, there is an assignment which requires you to read The Lottery by Shirley Jackson and fill out by hand a blank literary element sheet for it. So you're going to be turning in both literary elements assignments. Just turn them in together. And you're going to be turning in the one that we did together and the one that you did on your own. And if you want to make a video where you go over those things point by point, I'm all for it, right? In case of video, you do not need to submit anything written. Okay. Like I said, it's a lot of little stuff that has a particular order this week. And unlike most weeks, the primary recorded video, which is not this one, is not the first thing on the list, right? It's almost towards the bottom. So, yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the other video. Bye.